Hi guys, Steve Leonard here, Steve's Guide Adventures, giving you a fishing report. Today is March 31st into March, going into good springtime. April 1st starting tomorrow. Washington fishing licenses expire today. You have to have the current one tomorrow for the new season of 2019. So spring Chinook are starting to show up finally in the Columbia River. We've got a few so far, a couple the other day, a couple takedowns anyways. We didn't get both of them, but we've had some really good opportunities. I've seen some fish caught all the way from the boundary, moving upriver. These fish are starting to move in. The water temperature's warming up. It's around 43 right now, so this bite should really take off, and these fish are going to start really pushing up the river if they're going to be showing up, which is typical. The dam counts was 12 the other day, which is common. These fish will be stacking up below there, and then they'll be pushing through the dam pretty heavy here in another week or so. By the middle of April, 10th, 12th, somewhere in there, they should have really big numbers going up over the dam, and it'll pick up through that. The Columbia's going to close April 10th. That's what it's scheduled for. And we'll see what the numbers are, if they're going to keep it open through the 10th, depending on how good the fishing is or what numbers they got coming through, to see how they keep it open. Other tributaries will still be open: Willamette, Klamath, the Drano Lake, Wind River, Sandy River. There's a bunch of other opportunities. Multnomah Channel for spring Chinook, so don't think it's closed just because the Columbia River is closing, because it's not. It's going to continue on. The spring Chinook fishing is going to go all the way through May, depending on which section of river you're fishing and where you're at. And then I got summer Chinooks going through June and in early July. The walleye fishing's been really good. It's really picking up. The water's coming up. The temperature. These fish are moving in the spawning grounds. If you get any big females, I encourage you to try to let them go if you can, and then just keep those smaller males so we can keep this fishery going. But there's some great opportunity to catch some big fish. It's going to go all the way through April, and early May it should slow down when they start spawning. The sturgeon fishing has been really good in the Willamette, the catch and release. There's still a bunch of fish in there. I was there the other day. We ended up with 27 fish for the day, and then we salmon fished a little bit in the slack tide when the current wasn't running, and didn't get no bites there. But there is some good sturgeon in there. The keeper season is still open above Bonneville Dam, so there's some still opportunity. It gets 500 fish quota up there. I'm not sure where it's at, but it is still open. The seasons just got set for the lower Columbia River starting, I don't have the notes right in front of me here, I believe May 15th. It is a Monday, Wednesday, Saturdays is when it's going to be open, all the way through till June 5th, I believe is the date. You can go on their website and look it up. I apologize, I don't have the current information with me. I just got in with a trip. I'm just trying to give you this information, but I do know I got the email. There's 10 days of keeper season. It's 48 to 54 on the slot limit. And then, or double check all that for as far as the exact measurement on it. It's one fish, two for the season, one per day. You can't fish past 2 p.m. on those days, but there is 10 days for that lower Columbia from Wana power lines downstream to Astoria, where this fish is going to be. The early part of it in May, those fish are just starting to migrate down there, so the higher part of the boundary is probably where you want to be concentrating on. But then once it rolls in that late May, early June, those fish will be in Astoria, and it should be really super good fishing down there in the estuary. So I have a couple dates left. I got to get on the phone with my guys. I got a list of guys that are ready to fish that, but it is available as far as, that sturgeon fishery down there. Steelhead are showing up. We got the spring steelhead. Some rivers are closed right now from March 15th to April 15th. Some rivers are having some emergency closures. There's some numbers down on certain rivers. I know the Klamath River's closing tomorrow, April 1st. They sold some fish to some food banks. They thought they were going to get more fish in. They're not getting them, so they are shutting the river down for the sport fishery. I don't agree with what they're doing. We pay for licenses and stuff, and this fishery should be open all the way through April for this prime steelhead season, and it is closed. Not good. But there is some other opportunities out there. Then once it opens up April 15th, and other river systems, it'll go all the way through May into June, and then summer steelhead will start in July through the North Fork of the Lewis and the Columbia River. So there's some good opportunities coming up for some steelhead fishing. Just depends on the time of the year and where you want to go for what the offerings are. So North Fork of the Lewis is closed for spring Chinook this year, and the Cowlitz River is closed. Low numbers coming back, so that's why they have the boundary set farther downriver. Or they closed the lower river. I mean, they came back up the Warrior Rock boundaries, the cutoff for the Columbia River. But there should be 20,000 fish coming to the Cowlitz, and they only got 1,500 coming back, they predict. So that's why they closed it, and hopefully these ocean conditions turn around and they start releasing some more fish. But there is some opportunity, but just please don't fish those two rivers for salmon. They're open for steelhead, but not for salmon, so make sure if you catch one that you release it. Other than that, I'd like to say thank you to my sponsors: Lamaglass Rods, Cone Zone Flashers, Gamakatsu Hooks, Yakima Bait. I got Aqua's Waders. We have Fisherman's Marine Pro staff. I have a bunch of them out to procure. I appreciate all these people that helped me out. If I haven't said your name, I got Trinity Tackle out of California for my anchovy heads. There's just a lot of people out there that help me out, and I really appreciate it. So you can follow me on my Facebook page or Instagram, and then also stevesguidedadventures.com. I got website on there, or my website address with the fishing reports I put on there also. So thanks for following me. Tight lines to all you guys out there, and be safe, and hopefully hook up the big one.